Unleashing your true self. Hello, everyone. I am live. I'm super excited about it. I'm grateful to come before you today. So, the first thing I want to say is for those of you that don't know me, my name is Tammy Morrison, um, and my business is Unleashing Your True Self. I am an intuitive energy healer. Um, hey, thank you for joining. I'm an intuitive energy healer. So, what does that mean? That means that I help you to shift your energy in order to co create your healing. Because what I'm learning is that so many people have no idea that, or they they don't want to receive that they can be healed. And so, what I'm talking about today is chakras and energy healing. And so the chakras coordinate with different parts of our bodies in order to heal. So if you have a problem, with your root chakra, then it will manifest in different areas of your body. And so what I would like to do over the course of my life in this planet is to help people to actually look at that and to actually see what it is that they need in order to get the healing that they need to co-create healing in this world. And I have to say that, and I'm very careful when I say that because I am an intuitive healer. However, I am not the healer. The healer is God, source, universe. So what I do is I connect you and I help you to co-create a healing that you are looking for. Now, a lot of times, what I'm finding out with some of my clients is that they don't even realize that they are looking for a healing. They know that they need something in their life, that they're looking for something in their life, but they don't always know that they need a healing. They don't know that they need a healer. They don't know that some of the things that we put up with and that we deal with in our bodies, we can actually heal. Because to be honest, and I'm going to say something that some people are going to um, dismiss, some people are going to say, no, that's not true or not real or whatever. And you can say what you want to say. I'm going to say what I want to say. So I'm saying that Jesus actually was an energy healer. Um, Jesus used energy to heal. If you look in the Bible and you go through the different times that he healed using energy. So what I'm saying is energy healing is not a new thing. The chakras aren't new concepts. They are old concepts. They've been around for a long time, lots of time, lots of lives. So in order to continue to um, really get into this place in this vein and find out what it is that you need and that you require, and what type of healing you need, because I was speaking with a young lady yesterday, and she had gone through a lot of trauma in her life, where her mother basically told her she wasn't going to amount to anything, and so to me that is definitely something that needs to be healed, because what it has done is that has crossed over into her life. And so the way that she feels about herself and the way that she presents herself, and it has really done something to her um, manifesting of her relationships, love relationships. So she consistently is getting into relationships with people who are not ready to be involved, or people who are emotionally absent. And so if you are a person that you require somebody to be emotionally there, then people that are emotionally absent aren't going to work for you in a relationship. And so if you are dealing with stuff like, people told you you wouldn't amount to anything, or maybe, you were born in a country where, they were only trying to have male children and you were a female child. So many things that we deal with and that we don't have to deal with. So many things that I can help you to shift those those beliefs. I can help you to move into a place where you feel good about yourself, a place where you are beginning to realize that you really are your own healer. And so that is one of the things that I love to do and that I do, to help my clients. Because the thing is I'm realizing that so many of us, and I say us because I'm talking to my generation. So if you are in the late 40s, early 50s, late 50s, early 60s, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you because we have so many things that are going on with us that can be healed, that we can heal. Hey, Anna, thank you for joining. So, we have so many things that are going on in our bodies and with us that we can heal. But some of us choose not to. Some of us don't know that we can heal. And a lot of us, this is the truth. For a lot of us, we don't believe. We don't believe. And I'm talking to the unbelieving believers because there are so many people out here in the world and they pray and they ask God for things, but they don't believe. They don't believe they can get it. So, to be honest with you, you're praying and asking God for something that you don't believe you can have anyway. So, there's a problem with that, and I am here on this mission to help people to realize that yes, there are things that happen in your body, but there are things that you can heal as well. And just because it runs in your family, just because you got diabetes in your family, you got arthritis in your family, does not mean that you have to have it. Does not mean that it can't stop with you. I have heart disease in my family. I have now, that's another thing. I am following up, with the doctors as well, because they also have training that, we need. Um, However, there are so many, hey, thank you for joining. There are so many things that we um, don't deal with in our life, and what I'm noticing is mostly is beliefs, because just because somebody said it to you and they sold it to you and they gave you that bill of goods does not mean that you have to believe it always. Just because they told you, it's just that somebody else told them. Eventually it's going to stop. Now, whether it's going to stop with you or it's going to stop with your children or the next generation or even the next generation after that, you can control that and you can stop it now. You can stop it now. Now, I heard a young lady say, as somebody was sharing that she could do different things to help her diabetes and all this stuff, she said something that was so profound and so sad. She said, well, I was born with this and I'm going to die with this and all this stuff. And she was a young girl. And it made me so sad to hear that, because there are so many things that you can do to transmute all the things that you're going through in your life. There's beliefs that you hold that aren't even yours, that you can let go and shut down, that you can get rid of. There are things that you can do. I love plant medicine, so I do a lot of plant medicine. Matter of fact, I'm going to make me some tea as soon as I get off this live. But there's a lot of things that you can do. There's breath work, and they did these things all through history. If you were to go and do a Google search, all right, I don't know. Okay. All right, I think I'm back. Okay, so there are so many things that you can do. So many things. There are so many alternatives. And the thing is I want people to begin to see that the alternatives are here and that there are people out here that have been put here to help you. I realize that as even the job that I do in nursing that I've done for almost 30 years, I realize that I'm placed different places. I realize I'm not supposed to retire from that. That is not something that's in my cards. It's not in my numbers, as the numerologist and the astrologist would say. It's not in my numbers. So I would need to understand that, and so that's something that, you can understand as well, and you can know. But I mean, for me, it was something that I learned over time, over the years. It was something that I learned about myself. And I realized, hey, Sean, thank you for joining me. I realized that share the video out if you're watching this and it brings value to you, and you feel like there are other people that can hear it that would love to have some value from it. So please share the video out if this is speaking to you. But yes, so as you begin to, because so many times people own their diseases, they own their conditions, they own their negative beliefs, and I'm sitting here wondering, why are you owning this? You can own your possibilities. You can own your future. You can own things that actually mean something. Why are you owning this condition? Now, I'm not saying that you should ignore it. No, you shouldn't ignore it. You should get help. You should go to the doctor. You should do all those things. But you should also begin to take stock of who you are, what you are, and what the hell it is that you want. You should begin to take stock of that. And then you should begin to do it. You should begin to take those steps. And you should also begin to learn how to flow. You should begin to learn how your chakras actually work. Oh, I didn't know that either. I gotta find out, Sean. But yeah, so you should begin to take stock of that. You should begin to look and see what it is that you can do in order to change your reality. You know, and I'm talking about this even with things that you don't think you can change. Like, people believe that, if you cancer's in your family, that you have to have it, and then you're going to die from it, and all this stuff, when people have been getting healed from cancer for decades. People have been doing all kinds of stuff, that what's going on with you? So people have been doing all kinds of stuff. I'm so glad, Sean. I'm so glad. I'm working on book number 4 right now. I'm working on book number 4. I hope to have it finished. I said by the end of this month, but since this month is almost over, like next week, I'm going to say by the end of October, I'll have it finished and published. That is my thing. So, and if you haven't read my book, Sean's talking about my book. It's called Walking Away. Let me show it. Walking Away, Winning the War Against Shame, Abuse, AIDS, and Abandonment. So if you want to grab it, you want an autographed copy, make sure that you just reach out to me, hit me up, and I will send you the link if you do Cash App or PayPal, whichever one works for you. I do both of those. I actually do Zelle too, since somebody had to do that the other day. But yeah, so they're $21 to ship to you if you are in the US. If you're someplace else, you need to reach out to me because the shipping is ridiculous. You might want to grab it on Amazon, just saying. However, you can do that as well. Grab it on Amazon. I'll throw the link up as soon as I'm finished with the video. That way, if that's something you want to do, please do so. Doesn't matter to me how you get it. I'm just super excited that you get it. So, anyway, chakras and energy healing. So, with the energy, what I have done, and this is something I was wanting to share. I've been wanting to share it, but you know how you want to make sure that it works well and all that stuff. And so for me, I have been dealing with osteoarthritis in my spine for probably the last, 15 years or so. I had a couple of different back injuries from work. And so um, my spine has all the way from my cervical, which is in the neck, all the way down to my tailbone, which is in the tailbone. I generally have pain pretty much every day. I mean, it's one of those things. And some days it would stop me in my tracks. Some days I would just have to just rest. I'm fortunate to be able to just work 2, sometimes 3 days a week, but it's really rare that I work 3 or 4 days. So when I worked 3 or 4 days a couple of weeks ago, I think I worked 4 days. I thought I was going to die. I was so tired. But fortunately, right now, like I said, I've been working 2 days a week. And so that actually helps me with this. But I was sharing because really they wanted to do surgery and stuff on my back. And I'm not interested in anybody doing any type of surgery on my back. I'm not interested. I'm not doing it. Ain't doing it. I've taken care of way too many people that have had those surgeries on their backs and they still have pain. So I just don't feel like if they still have pain, then why should I do the surgery if I'm going to still have pain afterwards? I mean, the point of having the surgery is so you don't have the pain. So what I have done is I have taken it upon myself to heal this. So what I have done is I do acupuncture. Usually about twice a month I try to do it. I'm trying to find my girl now. I don't know. Sometimes I think she goes missing, but I'm trying to find my girl now just because I really like her and she does a really good job. But I do acupuncture about twice a week. I was doing some massage too, and sometimes I still do, but not as often because the acupuncture is just really good. And then I also have been doing a lot of energy healing work on myself and breath work. And I've been, doing a lot of studying on how to heal myself. I've been doing color healing, which is amazing. And if that's something that you are interested in, hit me up because I do healing sessions as well. I do one-off sessions, which I'm really going to probably stop doing those because they do help. But to me, it's really just like the time when we open the door and stuff like that. Thank you for joining Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. So anyway, I started really working in probably the end of this year, the first of this year. Spirit spoke to me and was like, I want you to go deeper. And so I didn't really know what that meant because sometimes when Spirit speaks to you, you have no idea what that means. And because I was a person, my grandmother basically, raised me a lot, and I, hung out with her a whole lot. And she was an amazing pastor, teacher, preacher, evangelist, prophetess type. And so she actually was able to just, impart a lot of things into me. Karen said, I feel you. T 7 to 10 compression fracture last year. Acupuncture and osteopathy have been great, and breathwork too. Yes. See, and this is what I'm talking about. When you start really reaching out to find out alternative methods for the things they want. Because what they wanted me to do, Karen, was they wanted me to, my doctor actually prescribed me, I went to sports medicine, and he prescribed me an antidepressant or anti-anxiety, one of those, the one of them psych drugs. And so what it did for me was he said um, they're having a lot of success with this drug. And so I took it and I said, I also would try it because, once you are dealing with pain, you almost try anything to get rid of it because pain is not no joke. And so I started taking it, but it made me feel so depressed. And I'm thinking it might have been anxiety. I can't remember which one it was, but it started making me feel so depressed. I mean, damn near suicidal. And that's not something I do. I don't even do that. That's not anything I would even think about. You know what I mean? It's like, I know that people can get, so sad and they can have all kinds of issues and stuff and, want to kill themselves, but it's not anything that I ever even consider or think about. And exactly. Karen said, pills, pills, pills. Just do it natural. We can heal ourselves. Exactly. And that is what I'm saying. That's my whole life, y'all. We can do it naturally. We can heal ourselves. And this is something that I am like so passionate about. because I know that it can be done. So for me, what I started doing was really working through some of these different techniques. The color healing is amazing, and I've been doing that, and I've been actually doing that with some of my clients as well. And that is like so awesome. I didn't even know that it existed. Some of the energy healing work, the sacred soul alignments, I've been running those on my spine, on my back. And so that's something that, is amazing. And if you came on later, make sure you share the video out and let people know that are looking, for this type of juicy goodness. So, um, I'm just super excited about the fact that now I'm not having pain every single day like I was. Now it's, I do have some pain sometimes, but it's not anything like it was. It's almost bearable. But to be honest with you, I don't even want bearable because I know that this thing can be healed. I know it in my heart, in my knower. I know that it can be healed. I've been told. Spirit has shared that with me. So that's something that I've been doing is really, really, really diving into myself. And now I know that a lot of people are not doing that, but then there are people that are. And so when I say that, I'm not talking about, just not doing anything and all that. And I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, you still have your life, but you begin to really recognize and feel. Sean, the music is Amazon. It's Amazon Music, and I think it's a whose remix is it? It's Chuck Mangione playlist. So if you have Amazon Prime, then you have Amazon Music. A lot of times people don't realize and recognize that if they have Amazon Prime, they have Amazon Music. You already paid for it. I mean, they of course they always upsell, but you get it for free with Amazon Prime. And you just download Amazon Music and find your playlist, whoever you like to play. You just search them. I'm still learning because yeah. But Amazon Music, it's amazing. And this one is Chuck Mangione station. And you can find whatever stations you like and whatever kind of music you want. And y'all know, if y'all listen to me enough, y'all know I love my jazz. So I will play jazz. I love some gospel. I play some gospel sometimes. But the jazz keeps you off the radar more than some of the other stuff. Yes, the smooth jazz, it keeps you off the radar with Facebook wanting to shut your video down and stop your stuff because they're telling you that you don't have the rights. And if I pay for Amazon Prime, then I do have the rights to play Amazon Music. Okay, that's just a nugget. So when they dispute me and tell me they're shutting my stuff down, because that happens all the time. Facebook is crazy. And I tell them, yes, I do have the rights to this music because I pay for Amazon. I pay for it. So I have the rights to use the music if I want to. So that's just a nugget. But we're talking about healing. So as we start to learn, and as I've started to learn all this stuff, and I've really been diving into it in the last couple of years because I'm a Reiki master, and I started that. I think I started in 2017. I think it was my golden time that I started with Reiki, and I learned Reiki, and I'm a Reiki master. And then I went to Theta Healing, and I'm a certified Theta healer as well as Sacred Soul Alignment practitioner because that's something that spoke to me as well because I know that those things work. Because what I'm learning is that when you speak out your mouth, it is a healing. So you have to decide what you're going to speak out of your mouth. Are you going to speak the same shit as you were speaking before? Are you going to speak, hey, thank you for joining? Are you going to speak, life to yourselves? Or are you going to speak death to yourselves? Me, I prefer to speak life. And so that's something that I've been doing is speaking life to myself, to my DNA. And I also did have my DNA activated, and that's something I do as well. I will, and definitely we're gonna have to uh do that conversation. But yes, sir. It's amazing how we really get into this place where we just get complacent, or we just get stuck, or we just get to the place where we just accept that we're not going to have healing. Why do we get there? Why? And so for me, when I think about that, it's like, I feel so sad, because when I start seeing all our people just dropping freaking dead, and I'm sitting here going, because who was the comedian, y'all, just died, like 50, I think it was 55 years old. They didn't even say the cause of his death, but so many times, y'all, they're saying natural causes, and that's a bunch of bullshit, because there's nothing natural about dying at 50 or 55 or 45 or 60 even. Not in 2020s. Now, maybe back in the 1920s, when they had all these things that they couldn't fight, all these diseases and things that they couldn't fight, is not, but the thing is if you are in this place in the 2020s, you should not be dying at 40 or 50. I think 50 was the time that people died back in the 50s. That was a time when people said they were old, stuff like that. Now, I have patients where I work at. I had a patient just the other day. He was 101, and he just passed away actually last week. But he was 101. I had a patient in my other facility that I worked. He was 107, and he beat the COVID. That's the thing. He beat the COVID. 107, and he's still kicking as far as I know. And so you think about that and you wonder, what is the difference? What's the difference? Why are we dying at 50? I saw something the other day. A young man died at 35 with the COVID. Right. 101. Not only that, 107. It's like, okay, that's what's up. But yeah, so when you think about that, what is the thing? Sean and this man, 107, he be begging God to take him every night, because he lost his wife already of like however many years, 80 years or something they were married. And so he's begging God to take him because he said he's ready to go. He lost his wife, I think last year she died. And so he's like, I don't have nothing else to live for. But he's 107 and he can do that. That's okay. But if you're 55, we should not be putting you in the ground. And so I really, 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 really want people to stop with that and stop with all this. I got this from my grandma and I got that I got a lot of legacies from my grandma, but none of his damn diseases and conditions and shit. I got a lot of legacies from my grandma. Even my granddad. My granddad is amazing. He was an amazing man. I still believe that he handpicked my husband for me, because he wanted his granddaughter to have somebody that was going to treat her good. I really, truly believe that he handpicked my husband, David. And the thing that's so amazing about that, y'all, is that they have the same name. So that worked for me, because my granddad was awesome, amazing thing. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I'm interested. So, again, thank you for joining me. I just wanted to come on here and just talk a little bit about energy healing and the chakras and how they are related. And how, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. And I'm somebody you can ask. And if you are, right? And if you are thinking about, healing, and that you would love to speak to me about co-creating your healing and how I can help you, make sure that you send me a private message or you comment below. Also, I have a 6-week program called Peeling Back the Layers that's going to do all of this. It's an amazing program. I am so super excited to present it. So if you're looking for that, just comment Peeling Back the Layers. You can also reach out to me as well. My DMs are pretty much always open. That's something that I'm doing right now as well. Peeling back the layers. It's a 6-week program. It's going to start in October, on the October the 20th. It's going to go for 6 weeks. And we may push even an extra week because I really want to dive into. Oh, you so welcome, Sean. That's why we here. Iron, sharpening iron. And so we really want to dive into this healing game. We want to dive into it as if it was football. Because I know a lot of y'all love football. I'm one. I was watching football yesterday at work. But, it's like you want to dive into it like you're diving into a game or like you're diving into a concert, because like I love jazz. So we have an amazing um, jazz alley here in Seattle. And we're actually, I think we're going Friday. I gotta look at my schedule, y'all. But I think we're going Friday to see Gerald Albright. He's coming. And we saw a few other people since we've been here, and it's been amazing and it's awesome. And I love that place. It's just beautiful. You go and you listen to jazz, and it's not a huge venue, so it's nice and intimate, and you can get dinner as well. So it's like awesome. So that's something that I like to do. That's my thing. I love my music, and good smooth jazz is always awesome. I went to see, who did I see? I went to see Sade and John Legend in Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, I guess it's been 7 years ago now. I didn't realize I had been so far ago, but it was such an amazing concert. You know what I mean? It was just amazing. Sade is the bomb, and John Legend is so awesome. And it was, right when he was just coming out. So it was really, a matter of fact, oh, this is what I want to share too. So John Legend, yes, John Legend did an interview with somebody, and it was so awesome. And I love him too, y'all. It was so awesome. He did this interview. Yeah, Sade and John Legend. It was awesome. He did this interview, and he said that one of the people that he wanted to um, go to concert with was Sade. And it was amazing because it was like the year before he did the interview, like the year before they went into concert together. And so I thought that's magic manifesting right there. That's magic manifesting because he hadn't met her. It was awesome because he said they were asking him some of the people that he would like to, go to concert with. And he mentioned her. And he said, I've never met her, but I'm a fan and I love her. And I really would love to, do a concert with her. And I thought, wow, that's awesome. And next thing you know, there they were, magic manifesting. So you can do that with your healing as well, because that was one of the things that I decided and that made me really consider and think about, the healing that I needed to do in myself, because it's like, I know that so many people that are healers are, sick, and we have issues and chronic issues and stuff like that. I know that that's true. However, I wanted to break the mold. I wanted to actually be able to work on myself and heal myself. And I think this is one of the things that the Holy Spirit was speaking to me about going deeper into, because that's one of the things, because my grandmother was a healer. So I know I have that legacy, and I know that's what I'm supposed to do. Hey, thank you for joining on Instagram. And so I was super excited about even understanding, you know, my legacy and understanding where I was supposed to go and what I was supposed to do. Now, was it scary to me? Yes, it's been scary. This road has been scary because I want to um, have a blueprint. I want to have a roadmap. But sometimes there is no roadmap. Sometimes you are the blueprint. Sometimes you are the roadmap. Sometimes you are the one. I wanted to have people that could mentor me in certain ways. And that that's not for me. I mean, I've had coaches and different people that I learned from, but um, to be a person that has had people mentors up close and personal, not. And I truly believe that it's just because the Holy Spirit wants to work with me and guide me. And that is fine with me. It was a struggle at first. It was a struggle, y'all, because I kept seeing people with different mentors, and oh, this is my mentor, and that's and that, and that never happened for me, even though I asked and I called for that. And then I began to really get instruction and really get feedback from my guides, from the ancestors, from my angels, the ones that have been with me forever, that I've known, even, like Archangel Michael, I know has been with me forever. I can remember him as a child. And so that was something that I had to just deal with within myself. It's like, okay, this is not, that's not your mission. That's not your call. That's not, who you are. And so that's another thing that, we dive into when we begin to peel back the layers. We'll be diving into peeling back the layers, just really taking those steps and just really moving into this place where, you're able to see, who you are and what you are. You're able to see what you're made of. And then you're able to target those chakras that need help, that need to be in alignment. I also do DNA activation in peeling back the layers, which, if you don't know what that is, you definitely should reach out to me, because I actually have a service where I do just that. But this one is included in this group program, peeling back the layers, because I know how needful it is. You'll get to learn, your particular archetype, like who you are. Like for me, I'm a priestess and a storyteller, because that's who I am. Because I'm a healer, and I have been for many lives. But I'm stepping into this one on a mission to help people to heal in this planet, to help people to, release some of that negativity and all those negative beliefs that you have, to help you to move into a place where you are at your highest level of performance, where you are at this place where you are receiving and you're knowing that this healing is for you, and it's not, just for Sally and just for Sue and just for Joe. It's for everyone. Healing is for everyone. Healing is for everyone. And then the thing is what I know to be true. One of the things I know for sure is that you can get healed. You can get healed. And the other part is, once you step into this place and you begin to um, co-create your healing, you begin to connect with your spiritual team. I told y'all I connected with my angels and with my ancestors and with my guides and with the Holy Spirit, with Jesus, with the archangels. You begin to connect with them, and they'll begin to show you the things that you need. They'll begin to share with you the things that you need to do. Like for me, I got some tea because I love plant medicine. So I go to my herb shop and my tea shop. There's a tea shop here, y'all, that's so cute. But I go to my herb shop and I get some herbs to help me with whatever it is that I need. So when you begin to get to this place and you connect with your team, then it'll make it so much easier. You'll also learn how to get into the flow. And so that is another thing that we'll be doing in peeling back the layers, because that really is what people need. You need to get into the flow. Everybody wants to be on the hustle train, but that's not the train to get on, because that shit will burn you out. It'll burn you out. So you want to get on the flow train. You want to get on team flow, not team hustle. You really want to get into this place where you recognize and you know who you are, and you know what you want and what you desire. I'm going to use that because I've stopped using the word want. You know what you desire. What is it that you desire most in your heart? What do you desire? And what's going to get you there? And so as you begin to do that, and as you begin to see that, yes, I have this disease, this condition, but I can heal it. I can heal it. And I said but on purpose. I didn't say however. I said but, because but negates everything that was in front of it. And so, but I can heal it. But I can heal it. I can heal it. I can receive my healing. I can get it. And you can get it. So, again, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate, all of you watching. If you are ready, really ready to come into peeling back the layers, because it's going to be a small group cohort. You'll get amazing, you'll get your DNA activated. You'll also get your chakras aligned and balanced, and you'll also begin to see and know, what it looks like when your chakras are out of alignment. Because that's another thing. When your chakras are out of alignment, you can see some of the things that are happening um, in your body as a result of those chakras being out of alignment. And so we'll go into that in your DNA activation, as well as you'll get your crystal alignment, which this is a crystal. This is Dalmatian stone. And with this crystal, they're calling for you to be more playful, to be more chill. And this is the one I pulled for myself today. So be more playful, be more chill, just shut things down that you need to shut down, and go outside and play if you can do that. Now, for me, it's raining outside, so I'm not going out there. I mean, I'll go get the mail. I'm not going out there because it's raining. And I'm good with not being in the rain. Actually, I'm going to go get me some soup. So, yeah, so you want to begin to step into this place where you are knowing. And if you need to do research for heaven's sake. You've got Google and you've got the world's largest search engine, which is YouTube. So go to Google, YouTube University, begin to learn about your chakras, begin to look for books and things if that calls to you. Begin to really step into this place where you are understanding energy, where you are not listening to all of the naysayers and all the negativity and all the limiting beliefs that people have put into us, because that happens as when we're children, because a lot of times they want to take away our sovereignty, because as children we are sovereign beings. We really are. We're sovereign beings. And so a lot of times they want to take that away from us. And so when they begin to do that, then they begin to shut down the gifts that you naturally possess as a child. If you sit down and you think about the things that you knew as a child, the gifts that you had, if you look up the gifts and see the different gifts that you have, you can resonate with, then you'll know what actually was gone. Because when they tell you, you don't see your imaginary friends, your imaginary friends a lot of times were guides. And when they tell you you don't see those people, then that's not real, and all this kind of stuff. And as you visualize, because children visualize, they'll tell you, oh, that's not real. That's not real. That's just make believe. But it be real. And so as we begin to step into this place where we are moving the needle towards healing, I see it. But so many people are so resistant. They're so resistant. But if you are looking for that and you are needing a healing, like I said, I do private sessions. I do one-off sessions. I think I'm really moving toward not, but that's something that you're looking for. And then the other thing is too, if you do a private session and then you want to move up and get the 4-pack or the 3-pack or whatever, I have a 3-pack or 4-pack. But if you want to move up and get one of those sessions, then whatever you pay for the one session, I'll take off on the other sessions, if that makes sense to you. So that's something that I offer. And I also have this amazing 6-week program that I've been talking about, peeling back the layers. So we're going to do that. That's so amazing. If you are looking at that and that's something that you've been feeling and this is speaking to your heart, then reach out to me. Send me a message, comment wherever you are watching this below, um, Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, and just let me know that this is something that you're looking for, because this is going to be epic. It's in the beta, so it's going to be way more reasonable than it's going to be the next time I offer it. So you might want to jump on now, and people say that all the time, and I'm going to echo that as well, because the thing is we want to have um, we want to make the most amazing impact in our lives. And it doesn't even have to be for other people. It doesn't have to be that you want to be an influencer or whatever. It could just be that you want to make a major impact in your own life, because that's what we want to do anyway. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me and for joining me here. Um, this has been awesome. I really didn't even plan to be on this long. But this is what it is, and this is where we have been. So again, thank you for joining. And if you are looking for, to get a healing, I still do some readings. I don't do a lot of them. I have one, it's called an angel intuitive with affirmations. It's an angel intuitive reading, along with affirmations that are pertinent for your particular situation. And you get it in your email so that you can look over it as many times as you like. So again, thank you for joining me. If you would like to have a session with me, send me a private message or comment below. And if you would like to join me for Peeling Back the Layers, which will begin on the 20th of October, we'll have once a week sessions, which are amazing. They'll of course they'll be on Zoom, and they'll also be recorded. So everybody that is signed up will get a recording as well, whether you come or not, because it just makes sense. But you'll get a recording. You'll get your report that's going to have all of your DNA activation stuff, as well as your crystal alignment and your chakra alignment and balance. It'll have your archetypes of who you are. Um, it'll also have your vows that we're releasing, because in that we release vows, oaths, and contracts that you have had that most of the time you have no idea that you've had them, but they'll show up in this particular session for the 48 strand DNA activation that you'll get with Peeling Back the Layers in that program. So it's so packed full of so much goodness till I'm almost wanting to pull back on some stuff, but I can't do that because that's not how I roll. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. We'll probably do this again on next week. I'll be on again. Also, I'm going to come on and talk about this opportunity for Mupo Entertainment. So join me for that in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go get me something to drink, and um, I might get something to eat. But I'm going to come on and talk about that so we can, have a conversation. So again, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And join me to talk about Mupo Entertainment in a few. And if you would like to join me for Peeling Back the Layers, send me a message. It's awesome. Thank you so